Hey, I want to say thank you for joining in on our email list, as this is kind of a different one. I wanted to put together some video stuff so you kind of get an idea of what we talk about within Not Dead Yet Life and what we're all about. Yeah, I want to help people shift their mindset, find their purpose, and put together the actions they need to change their life. I remember there being some moment in my life when I knew I had to change and I was so fucking scared of it. I knew that if I didn't change, I'm not going to make it. I was so scared to lose my house. I was so scared to lose these things that I thought that I had acquired that defined me. And they didn't. I was able to move on and change and create a much better life following this new purpose and new intention. A better life that speaks to me. One that I'm proud of every day. One I'm excited to live. One I'm excited to chase the progress of and continue to figure out. And that's what I want to help people do. I want to help get you through that transition. That knowing that something needs to change, but you don't know what to do, let me help. I can get you through it. We can get you healthy and physical and mentally stable. We can get you locked in. We can get you making progress and focused on your goals. Mentally stable is not the best fucking word to use, but sorry, I'm speaking off the top of my head. But what I mean is solid. So that you're not driven around by emotional bullshit. That you're able to make decisions and take actions. And one of the things that we talk most about in the group, right, is following intentions instead of expectations. Expectations are focused on a point. Like, expectations are kind of living in lack, if you will. Right? That like you're not in abundance, that you're in scarcity because you don't have the thing that you're chasing. That I expect once I get X, I will feel Y. That once I lift a certain amount, I'll be strong. Once I do this, I'll be respected. Once I get this, I'll be loved. I deserve it because of this moment. This proves to everyone else that I get what I want. And the expectation is they will love me, I will love me because I did this thing that everyone says makes people very proud. The difference between that and following the intention of, I want to get better at things I love to do. I want to continue to be great for the people around me. I want to be a better communicator. I want to be a hard worker. I want to be disciplined. I want to take care of my health. The expectation is I want to be, that I'm trying to get to a point. But to get to that point, if I follow all these intentions, well, then I'm living in the journey. And that allows me to stay focused on the now and the present and the next step in front of me and realize what abundance I already have in my life. This is a big shift in mindset that most people don't make, and it's shifting to the abundance mindset and realizing how great you have, how great it is, all the things you already have, that you already have success. But you've got to define it. You've got to figure out where you want to go and exactly what the plan is to get there. And follow those intentions along the way. You know, by gaining control over your intentions versus your expectations, this is going to let you stay so focused on the day at hand instead of always feeling like that goal is too far away. You know, like if you want to bench 500 pounds, right? And that's our goal. And the expectation is once I bench 500 pounds, I'm very strong. I'll be respected. I'll be elite. I'll get followers and money and women and love, and the heavens will open once I do X. The intention is I'd like to see how strong I can get. What can I learn on the path to getting as strong as I can possibly be? Can I solve all the pieces of the problem, right? Like I have to figure out my nutrition. I have to be disciplined. I have to figure out volume training. I'll need to figure out recovery. I need to figure out what timing I need to do between heavy attempts. All these type of things. What are the accessories that work for me? What are my weaknesses? Following my intention allows me to continually look at what we're doing and the actions we're taking and learning every step of that journey and always being in success because I can pivot that at any time to any other goal I want to accomplish. Whereas if I was to fall in line and eventually bench 495 pounds and get hurt or not get hurt and just eventually bench 495. That's it. That's as strong as you ever fucking got. You spent 10 plus years training for it, and that's what you got. The guy who chased that expectation that was that thing, this white whale that he hadn't caught, never got the change from it. He didn't get any of the lessons. He didn't get any of the big picture stuff. He didn't get... I had to focus. I'm sorry. He didn't get what's really valuable about it. That comes from living in the intention. But in the expectation, he's done all the same work and got the same outcome, but can end up feeling like a failure and find other people to fucking blame and why he's not doing what he wanted to do. That something else, bad luck, the universe, this injury, bad judging, training partners, always will be some other fucking excuse other than himself. When he realizes he already got all the gold from that fucking journey because of the intention he had to follow to get there. He just can't see it. That's how you have to switch your perspective and mindset to realize the abundance you have, and that the journey is where you're learning things. That's where you're sharpening your blade to attack the next challenge, the next goal at hand, the next training session, how to outsmart it, how to be consistent, how to fucking get around your own bullshit. Following that intention will always lead you to success. It will always keep you happy and in the moment and present. Stuck in expectation is somewhere we're not yet. We're in lack. There's a gap, right? Gap in the Gain is a great book that talks about this and talks about how to stay goal-oriented and focused, is because judge your progress backwards. Look at back where you were 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 5 years, 3 years ago. And look at what you've done different. Look at what problems you were trying to solve then and how they're not your problems now, and now you're solving other problems. Look at how you've made progress in other aspects of your life, in all of your life. Look at how chapters have ended. Look at how you've moved on. Look at what you've learned. Look at who you've become. Instead of focusing on the distance between where you are right now and where you think you're supposed to be happy. Because that gap is never really going to close. You think you close it, but then it'll open up again to chase the next thing. And if you're stuck in that gap, you'll always feel bitter and you'll always feel in lack. And that's not the best place to be. And eventually it turns into resentment, and eventually we get mean to ourselves, and eventually we'll think we're not deserving and worth a fuck. And none of that's true. When you're living in abundance, you're already in it. You're doing the work, and that's telling yourself you're worth it. When you're following your intentions, it's saying it's worth it, that we're learning. When you remove the ego from fucking things up and failing, you allow yourself to learn and say, oh shit, I can do that better next time. I can do that better next time, but I have to do it again. I have to try again. It's continuing to get back up and not worry about some expectation of the way it was supposed to go, because the journey is how it's going to be. It isn't based on anyone else's life, anyone else's circumstances. It's only based on yours. So I want to say thank you guys for joining a little bit of a call here on an email. Let me know what you think about this. Shoot us a reply or shoot me a DM over at Not Dead Yet Life on Instagram, and let me know how this resonates. I would love to have some of you guys join the group, be part of it, and if you're interested, please shoot me a DM on Instagram and figure out how we can work together. We also have our retreat coming up in October. I think we have 6 spots left, and I love it. I love getting a chance to dive in with that on that weekend and watch people in 72 hours turn on. They go from scared and unsure of what they're going to do with their lives, feeling lost and behind the ball and not making good decisions, to watching them fucking find momentum and find that inner strength and watch them run out the door with it and start businesses and start changing their lives and start creating the better relationship that they want to be in, and learn fucking how to be vulnerable and honest with yourself so that you can be vulnerable and honest with everyone around you. And their lives change. And I love it. I love sharing what I got to find in the dark for myself. So, I'd love a chance to work with you. Shoot me an email if you have anything that I can help with. Matt@mattvincent.net. Thanks.